Hello guys, welcome back to yet another episode of League of Legends. Like I always say, it's been a long time and once again I've got a good reason. If you're willing to hear me out, I'm just gonna run through it real quickly, or at least I'm gonna try. I tend to get lost in my little speeches. It's because in high school we've been trained to do 40-minute presentations, and here we go again. Once again, we're not on topic anymore. On topic, people who subscribe to my channel for League of Legends have probably noticed a severe lack of League of Legends in the past month. And people who subscribe to Minecraft, which I did for a large part in the meantime, probably also found the lack of Minecraft. People who do follow the Minecraft series, however, probably have a slightly better grasp of why. That is because I did sort of announce it basically a month ago. What happens is, well, first of all, I start off with League. What happened with League is at the end of January, I got into a really cool Minecraft server with a lot of really cool people, and I decided to record from there, spend a lot of time on there, had a lot of fun. It didn't always, or often, I should say often, get as much views as the League series, but it did get a lot more feedback. Which is of course why what I'm in here for, and I think the audience retention was also significantly better. But sometimes, sometimes I did play League, and sometimes I felt like recording it, but I felt like it would kinda, well, A, it would cost a lot of time, sometimes, but B, it would kinda not fit the Minecraft theme of my channel at the moment. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. For the Minecraft people, as you may have known, the last month my girlfriend finally managed to come over on her exchange. She's from a different continent, so we don't get to see each other a lot. As such, I'm spending a lot of time with her and getting distracted by the game to the extent that I have trouble talking over it. It's been a long time. That's what happened. I'm here now with this game. However, there are a couple of good games which I could have recorded, but nothing that would really stand out per se. I can play a pretty good Kindred or Lux or whatever, but it's not much special. Aatrox, however, is not a commonly played champion, but still fairly strong, even though I essentially don't have any idea what I'm doing. I'm just doing whatever I think is best, and it stems from me actually being able to play Aatrox and Aram. I never liked playing Aatrox and Aram, always felt kinda useless. And recently, probably since like Season 6, I actually do a pretty good job of playing Aatrox. As such, I've been playing with the idea of playing him in the jungle for a while. Never really found a good opportunity to. Until yesterday, when I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna play Aatrox in the jungle. Fun story, Aatrox is actually I would consider him my first jungler. Nothing for me to get here really. I would consider him my first jungler because he's the first jungler I actually sort of knew what I was doing. The first jungle game I played with was actually with Kha'Zix. Just didn't really do a whole lot. I wasn't terrible, but just generally had no clue what I was doing. With Aatrox, it came to a point where I had to play a game, and I was the jungler. I said, guys, I have no jungle experience, I have no clue what I'm doing. And they just said, man up, chin up, just go and do something. And I picked Aatrox, and just flew with it, and actually worked out really well. And since then I've been playing a lot of jungle. Now, as Aatrox, naturally, but just by grace of being Aatrox, tends to come out of the jungle at half health at all times, just due to the way his W works. If you don't know, it's a toggleable ability. Either you get some health extra every third hit, which is the health gain is increased, I think, threefold if you're below half health. Or you can toggle it to every 3 hits, do more damage, but it costs health to do that. And it's also the ability I'm maxing, just because I found that's not working in Aram for me. In Aram, of course, I use Fervor of Battle. Here I use Strength of the Ages. And all kinds of, you know, there's differences. But all in all, the playstyle is just, the idea is, as long as you're hitting someone, you're not gonna die, generally. And that's what we're going for. With Aatrox. Now, as Aatrox, I don't have mana, I don't benefit a whole lot of CDR, so I actually did offer this to kill, but I got no response, so, you know, I just took it, get some extra money, some experience, gotta stay, you know, gotta keep that experience rolling in while you're in the jungle. You can't waste time, that's the main thing. As long as you're always doing something, no matter whether it's farming or ganking, if you're getting, you know, earning some money or at least experience, you're doing pretty well. That's in my opinion. So then, this game we have, I normally start with this, Aurelia top versus Darius, which is somewhat, I didn't get an assist. A pretty bad matchup for Aurelia, I'm pretty sure. Decide to push this out. You know, free XP, it's gonna go to waste anyway otherwise. And just reset today so Kale doesn't have to deal with wave is pushing away from her. I'm sorry, I'm a bit burpy. Let's get back to me. Aurelia vs Darius is a matchup where I plan to give a lot of help to Aurelia, that's the best way. You know, feeding Aurelia that's fed is just almost unstoppable. But I'm a level higher, so I thought I could take him pretty easily. I predicted the flash here, because he was, you know, dying somewhat quickly. But then I jumped over to Darius, who was probably also very surprised that I did that. And then I was like, oh no, this is not where I need to be. Kind of a weird situation. Did of course show Rengar that I'm not afraid of him. And yeah, not much else there to say about that, I don't think. Other matchup, Kill versus Zed. I think Kill was counterpicked into Zed. You know, there is something, of course, the Infernal ability that our ultimate offers, and the range advantage that she has a lot of time. Don't make her a terrible matchup into Zed, but actually your ult is like 1 second at level 6, while Zed's death mark is 3 seconds, so any Zed should be able to outplay that. Gale, aside from that no mobility, pretty squishy. I don't think it's a great matchup. As so far, Zed's doing pretty well. So I think I'm about right with that interpretation of that matchup. Of course, later on, Gale is gonna scale into something that you don't want to mess with, while very often Zed does kind of fade into try and kill the AD carry, and you know, if you succeed, that's okay. If you fail, you know, you're just useless. That's kind of what Zed always seems to scale into, except for those games where it just gets terribly fat. Or split pushing sometimes, but not amazing all the time. Of course, if he's fat, I don't know. I'm not a Zed player, but I feel like there are enough champions that do a pretty good job of dealing with Zed, and I don't think Gale is the best of them. You have Jhin, AD carry, my favorite AD carry. No, I don't really play AD carry. I just love how he feels. It's really good. Nautilus support is just brutal for anyone having to deal with that engage. First Sivir, Braum, which are then, luckily for them, kinda pretty decent in the matchup. So I think that's a fair matchup. Then I'm coming in for the gank here, didn't pay attention to this wave. Not sure why he decided to flash over. It's probably not a terrible decision. But yeah, he's still gonna die anyway. I didn't even have to do a whole lot. Did drop my red smite. Anything that's... A lot of junglers benefit from red smite, let's put it like that. I think it's auto attacks mainly. And my focus this game, my idea was to just really give Aurelia a good advantage in that lane, turn that bad matchup into a good matchup, and see what I can make of it. Gale is in trouble in this lane. Zed's used his W, so I want to go in. I predicted that he would jump to kill, because that to me would have made more sense. Pop my ulti at the wrong time here. It's not terrible. Get immortality. Smite came up a bit late. Just doing my third auto attack so I can get my little bit of health back. All in all, this wasn't amazing. How this played out. Rengar coming in, shoot me in the death of kill, yeah. And I'm definitely partially to blame for that, because that gank was pretty shit. But yeah, you know, that happens. Little bit of a waste of time, but all in all, still in a pretty good position. I want to get my Devourer, and I think I have enough money for it. I think I've had enough money before, even getting top maybe. But I just saw opportunities, so I had to take them. I know they're doing Drake, but I don't have Smite up. I don't have my passive up either, so all in all, and not Flash either. All in all, it's a pretty bad chance of me getting that. Oh, yeah. Gene ulti, always fun to do. But it always, if it's not effective, it always feels really bad. So yeah, got my Devourer. Devourer on Aatrox. Anything that's attack speed on Aatrox is pretty good. Because of the W mostly. And I considered going 29 attack speed. I'm actually using 15% and then some physical damage, I think. I think 29% attack speed and then just some armor and magic resist. Mages do really well for Aatrox. But this is what I went with and it works out quite alright, so I'm not complaining. Aside from that, picking up a cloth armor because they're almost full AD. I think we can say they're full AD. Yeah, this is a bad angle if I just follow myself. This not going to be successful probably. Oh, and a double kill for Zed. The kill not really getting a whole lot done there. I can clear out the ward, however. I could stick around for the, you know, to try and regank him, especially since the wave is pushing. I just didn't think he would bother going for that, so I just really want to quickly finish Scuttles because I have the fire, it's important. And he walks away, and I'm just happy he didn't spot me. Because this is a pretty bad way to die. But I think it's happens. Then Zed comes in. Flash was mistimed pretty poorly, but you know, at least Zed had to get out of there as well as a result of that. I think he probably just uses that mark back. Yeah, he still has Flash. Kill chasing. Bad time to chase. Also, probably not an amazing. I don't know. It was pretty bad decision making. I wasn't too happy with that, but it's not my problem. I'm still confident that I should be able to deal with Zed as long as I just farm pretty well Aatrox due to his passive. Like other than Sec, for example, Aatrox will always revive after his passive, which makes him a pretty strong character to play into Assassins, especially also because he's, if you don't 100% burst him in, you know, in just a few seconds, he can lifesteal really quickly. If you just burst it to half health and then you stop, he'll be back to at least half health really quickly. Make him, in my opinion, a pretty good pick. I'm just hanging out here trying to get my Devourer stacks up, looking for Scuttles. And luckily my W passive also works on wards. I see Zed here. And I'm not sure why Guild is completely ignored that. Because there was a ping. Of course Rengar also comes in. She's trying to flee to this, in this direction, but not really likely to work. Dropping Ignite, don't think it's worth it. Once again, however, not my problem. I'm just farming up, trying to get the stacks. I'm probably at the point where I want to try and complete some items. 1.6k, I don't have to, but it would probably benefit me decently. I'm pretty sure I don't, however. because I remember approximately at what amount of gold I went back to base this game. I have a free chance to clear out mid, see set. Nobody saw that. Let's not pay attention to that for the moment. I'm not sure, this is like this whole... I'm not paying attention to this. This whole thing seems just a bit brain laggy from me. I saw Seth moving here, so I should have known I had a free lane to push, which also would have probably made the out push back to kill, so you could catch it instead of having this push out. And Seth came back. And there was something else which I don't remember, and nobody saw that happen. Of course, because we're trying to snowball Aurelia and make life very difficult for Darius. We hang around here. Kale's also coming. You know, Kale's probably not gonna be too happy just hanging out in that lane. I wonder if Nautilus is gonna get anything for this. Rengar's coming, probably full health. Probably shouldn't try it. Yeah. Mikkel Darius doesn't look like it's been very much of a problem. Of course, we're gonna try and push this wave out and preferably get the turret because the team is a little bit behind. And we really could use that extra bit of money. I generally try and not loss hit the minions, just keep them low enough for Aurelia to be able to grab them. Of course, with the Qs, you should be pretty able to. Gonna grab ourselves a free tower and just gonna, I think, try and push this wave into that turret so it will bounce again. Then as Aurelia backs, I just have a free jungle to myself because we still see Rengar here. And it's unlikely that Seth will roam up here just randomly, or the Darius will try and check the jungle, at least if he doesn't see me. So anyway, and I get to stack my Devourer, which is always nice. And our blue is up, and there's sort of a siege in mid lane, and Drake is up, which is fairly important for anyone trying to get the Devourer going. However, if they're, you know, if they already have this many people here and we don't have fish, it's kind of too dangerous for me to walk in there. So I didn't actually want to go in at first. We see Rengar dealing with Nautilus here and Grom, and I think that should probably be a kill. But this is kind of a waste of time, right? Rengar is just walking around here trying to assassinate someone, gets the support, but he's not really doing anything for it. Then here, I don't know, kind of a miscommunication, I think. I pinged Darius. He was in between both me and Aurelia, but Aurelia didn't engage him, so I had to, and I missed my Q, and it was all in all amazing. We get kind of caught out. Yeah, very caught out. Close it probably. Pretty caught out, but at least we managed to get Rengar back for it as he jumps in. Wasn't strong enough to deal with that. Kale actually gonna get a kill. Could have been more, but the boomerang is strong. And Seth is probably gonna be pretty successful here. Yeah, pretty sad, pretty fat this Seth. I said it. Aurelia did survive that whole encounter, so I wonder if she could do. She has the health to kill at least someone, but if Darius should probably have stayed around. Now he's teleporting back in. But I think it's probably too late. Aurelia should have the mobility to escape this. I think she's fine. I also built my Rageblade. Aatrox, like I said, scales really well with attack speed. He also has AP scaling. I once played against AP Aatrox mid. It was also the first game I got a pentakill. Those two are entirely unrelated. Oh, but let's watch my sexy dragons too. So like I said, dragon important. They're actually way too late doing this dragon, giving me a chance to do it. Pop my ulti, which is pretty good burst damage, but I think I missed with it. Get the kill on the dragon regardless. Also kill Seth because he came too close, still on low health. I don't know where Rengar is. He's here. I clearly didn't see that, but the rest of the team did. And I'm just, it's a shame that Nautilus still died. I wasn't even really paying attention. I saw it happening, but I didn't think I was needed there. In hindsight, maybe I should have jumped in as well to make sure you can kill Nautilus. I don't know. Right now, just gonna try and kill, at least put pressure on the turret. Like last time, I'm just gonna try and not lost hit, but just hit him a couple of times so Jin can easily follow up to get the CS. Then Kale is being chased, and we could definitely win this fight, but we would have to turn for that. Well, of course, we would very much like to have this turret. As she is safe, I just want to hit this turret and finish it because I know I have a lot of attack speed. I can take turrets pretty quickly. Jin as well, pretty good take turrets. Kale as well. Following up, Severe was probably not amazing. And I'm gonna say probably not amazing. Then I think bot lane should be able to survive unless Rengar manages to stealth in. But it doesn't look like the rest of their team is really interested in that. Aurelia is split pushing, getting ahead of Darius, which is of course pretty good. I don't think she really has anything to fear from Rengar. And Rengar is not stealthing in at least. But she might wish to be careful for anyone else. Ooh, sexy. For anyone else trying to, you know, flank her. So she does have to be a little bit careful. Me and Kale respawn. There's a there's a wave in bot lane, mid lane that someone should take care of. I could do it since Kale's already there. I'm just gonna farm my jungle. I just need a couple more stacks. 6 more stacks for Devourer, which of course I very much want. Every 6 hits, I think it will give me double the bonus from my W. And of course, Rageblade and all that kind of fun stuff. So of course, however, while I'm trying to clear my camps, this camp was just not finished. There wasn't a soul for me to take. Skull's of course pretty good, but of course, since the rest of our waves are pushed out, the team actually is taking my jungle. I saw it happening and I didn't stop them because I didn't feel like it would really be relevant for me to tell my team to, or really be good to tell my team to stop them. I do want Devourer for the next fight, but I don't want to, you know, tell any of those guys to stop farming. I actually could, if I'd been there, I would only have to hit them once to get my stack. And then still could give them the XP and the gold, but I wasn't there, and there just isn't really anything up right now for me to farm. I'd expect it to be there to be at least like skulls or something at some point, but it's also just reasonably done. Kinda my bad. I have to need 2 more stacks, so I really don't want to fight right now. Aurelia was split pushing, but is also coming back. While we try and hold the wave against all in all decent siege team, but we have decent wave there as long as Kale doesn't take too much damage. I'm hanging around because I do better from flanks than from the front. Partly because Aatrox is pretty kiteable, like many Roosterous champions, pretty kiteable. Only has a small short range Q and not a whole lot of CDR to play with. Used to be that as Aatrox, I wouldn't necessarily say rush, but no. Why didn't I see this? I should have had that. Oh, flash. Rush Mobies and Phage just because you really need the movement speed. And then the fight kinda goes really bad for them. We get a good head start on low health and a low health Sivir. Catch out Rengar, I jump in and immediately get exhausted. And attack speed slow is really how you probably deal with Aatrox the best. But I'm still pretty scared. And I just regen most of the damage I take really quickly. Nautilus is gonna tank this. I was also willing to tank it, but since he's scared, I'm going to tell him not to. Most of us have been building fair amount of armor as a result of them being full AD. But no, that's a fair amount. It's a bit early to say really say armor maybe, but it's really not that bad. So most of us can tank the turret at least for a little bit. Then I have reached my status just due to the first assist I got in that fight. And right now we're just hanging out until it's dragon time. But once again we kinda lack vision. And I forgot what happened exactly here. My thought here is I want cuddles for sure. This is fairly unsuccessful. Waste of passive. Like, if Aatrox can't really get onto someone, we can just keep us the thing. It doesn't do a lot. Somehow though we managed to get more people into this fight, into the dragon pit on time. To start and finish Drake before they come in. Then the fight, they come in scattered, so we do a really good job of just getting the kills in. I get a double kill, I think, triple kill even. And I didn't die, even though being on pretty low health. And that's just due to the insane lifesteal that Aatrox has and high damage. I could play it in slow-mo so you could see my health dropping and gaining and the damage I deal with. I feel like that wouldn't necessarily help the quality of this video a whole lot. Just know that it happened. Maybe we'll get another fight where something similar happens. And then we'll see. There's not really much for us to gain here. Since we're already gonna get super minions, there's no real benefit to pushing this out. Except that they may be more tempted to farm the wave before they do anything else. Back in base, gonna pick up Sunfire Cave, amazing for the jungle. Also really good item on anything that can be in the fight for longer than 3 seconds. And of course really good for his AD. Finish Ninja Tabi as well, because it's just really good. Thinking about my next item, I have a couple of options. And I decide just to go with another Deadman's Plate. Almost same. To me, the recipes for Sunfire Cave and Deadman's Plate are really similar. The team reacted a bit late to this. Jin got caught out. Aurelia tried to help, and Aurelia, was kind of caught out because of that. And I don't know, the team was doing pretty well or something. Now I wonder if Nautilus is gonna be caught out, or if he's actually just gonna be able to steal. Get enough support, we were able to steal the scuttles, which is of course, especially in this stage of the game, where Baron is really starting to be an objective, also because we have an inhib down by now, and team with 3 Rageblades, which is pretty good at taking down Baron Nashor. Besides that, at this stage we're pretty good at team fighting. So I think we're basically ready to do it, but we need of course all players to be on the field. Aurelia is still dead, so right now we just need to secure it. Well, secure it not necessarily with like a wave of vision around it, because we don't want to get in a team fight, but more like, alright, this is terrible. He tried to steal the red buff, but from two people, and it was just terrible. Also because I don't think he even got it in the first place. With their jungler dead, of course we're gonna be able to start Baron. Either bait out the fight, or or just straight up do it and push with it. With already an inhib down, if we get Baron, it's basically game. Pink ward's in the back, ward's coming over, but all in all, not long enough for them to keep vision. We are doing really well at hitting Nash. Then people kind of peel off and start dying. But I managed to secure Nashor with just the help of Nautilus. Then with the extreme range increase that I get from my ultimate, it's not too hard for me to kill the rest of the team, their team, also because of low health. I think you could kind of see there how I went low health and just didn't really die. Now I really would like Rengar to come to me to try and kill me, but I'm not gonna run over to him to try and kill him. It's too much trouble. This is probably why I have a severe lack of finisher kills. I don't try for the after the quarter kill. This is a bit more case where it's really not necessary for me to try. But I've literally just walked away from like the first 5th person just because of the pushing wave. Not like and push away and win. Not like instead of chasing after them for 5 minutes. I don't know. Maybe I make wrong decisions. We're kinda late getting out of this pushing this inner down. So I lose my passive and a lot of health, but none of us are dead yet. I did once again. You could see how low health Aatrox actually just keeps getting that little bit of health back. Really frustrating to kill. I'm gonna live a little bit off of the camp. But basically don't want to be around here. Until I base probably, because I should have a lot of money. Yeah, 4k. Rest of the team, however, is already pushing in. I don't think they have Nash buff, except maybe... yeah, Nautilus. Nautilus and me have Nash buff, so them pushing just the 3 of them is not really going to be effective, especially if they're going to be caught out. I'm nearby though, but it was kind of not looking. And I'm the one actually being caught out. Nautilus thought I had passive. I know this is because of so yeah, that didn't really work out. The main thing here is just for them to survive and be able to wave here. I felt really bad because of this, because if this really had gone like really bad, like if everybody had died probably, then I might have just been able to run it straight down with. Possibly. With Aurelia still being there to peel for people, for our carries, I think we should be in a pretty good spot to hold this. Especially also with Rengar being top lane, buying some minions. I see a lot of people buying Shift nowadays that I would not necessarily expect to see buying Shift. And I'm not sure why we choose to fight over the inner turret. Because late game Gale, pretty fat Aurelia and Jhin are actually managed to come out on top there. Going pretty low here though. And Drake is up, which of course I want. We just saw our jungler top, so would not necessarily expect them to be able to do it, especially with them being low. Rengar being here, it should be ours for sure. Picked up my Deadman's Plate and a Thornmail. I'm full build. I think I have money left. No, I don't. And bought of course Alacrity on my boots. I think maybe Furor. I don't know. Would have been better, just because you can chase with it. A little bit better, which of course is one of the weaknesses of Aatrox, not being able to chase. Of course we need to push our advantage, probably the open inhib mid, but Aurelia is kind of low. So, I don't know. I would have liked probably for Aurelia to be able to heal somewhere. I just split bot just to push it in and create pressure here, force someone to go over here. It should make this fight pretty doable for us, even if Aurelia is kind of low. So because Aurelia is low, we don't really want to take the fight. Rengar should be able to close in pretty quickly if he chooses to. Then their team just, the AD carry just kind of gets caught out, so I jump in. I know I can survive, especially if I just keep hitting someone, which is what's happening here. Of course, with a little bit of help from Gale. Rengar jumped in, got Jhin, poor Jhin as a set, and a Rengar and a Darius to deal with. It's not having a very fun game. Sivir got a little bit too close to my flash Q combo and died. I delayed that to that as well, and of course we are going to be able to finish this. Set's gonna try and bait us out. Even if he, tries and kills every one of us, I don't think he'll be able to kill either Aurelia or me. So of course we finish it. So guys, it's been a while since I've done this, so if that's noticeable, either in just the quality of the video or the quality of the commentary, please let me know. If you'd like to see more, or if you'd rather really see more Minecraft, also let me know. And for now, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.